There it is. There's the record button. So, you ready? Are you excited?
I'm ready to go.
I'm very excited. Let me just fix my hair a little bit before I do this.
This is gonna be fun.
Yes, I should probably close these blinds. Hold on.
Sure.
Oh, that's actually way better for me. Now they can see me way better on camera. Crazy how lighting works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna read you off the questions before we start, just so that you know that like what to expect and how you can like think about what you're gonna answer.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, so the first question I'm gonna ask you is, how has your quarantine been treating you? I'm gonna say I know my quarantine has been all right. Most of the time I stay in playing video games. And then the second question is, I know you played Nevel on iCarly throughout the show in quite a few episodes. What was it like working alongside Miranda Cosgrove and Janet McCurdy on such a hit show? And then, did you ever expect to be back to play as Devil on a different show that ties into the storyline of iCarly? Or did you think that iCarly was going to be the last time you'd play the diabolical character? And then
I'm just straightening this in the background. I see it doesn't look too straight, but keep going. Yeah, keep going.
And then the final question I'm going to ask is, should we expect to see you and make any more film and TV appearances in the future?
That's great.
Okay.
I'll be there in 3 seconds. I'm just straightening this so it looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's such a beautiful room as well.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's just like a family home where I'm staying, but it's not where I plan to be forever, but it's worked out well.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Those are great questions.
Thank you so much. Let's get this ready. Okay. My sister wanted me to ask you, you know the business, I forget the name of the type of business where men get ties. What?
The haberdashery?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Like when I get older, I want to own a haberdashery.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys. I'm joined by Reed Alexander. He's an amazing actor known best for playing as Nevel Papperman in the classic Nickelodeon show iCarly. Reed, thank you so much for being on the show today. I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Nice to talk to you. Thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm. To start this interview off on the topic of the virus, Reed, how has your quarantine been treating you?
Yeah, I have been doing really well. Thank you for asking. I'm here in Rhode Island, and I've been here for going on 2 months now. I feel like I'm certainly fortunate not to have anyone in my family that's fallen ill from the coronavirus, but this has impacted people in all different ways. It's upended so many lives, from people who have lost their jobs or been laid off of work to people who are like me, who are at universities, and I'm graduating in a week and a half, and sort of disappointing not to be able to do that with my friends. But I think the focal point to keep in mind is that we're all healthy, and that is something to be very thankful for. But other than that, it's been good. When I've been able to take walks outside, pretty isolated from people, get fresh air. I keep in touch with friends. I've been incredibly busy working almost around the clock. So, in that regard, it's been good. How's yours been for you?
Mine has been amazing. I've been staying inside playing video games all day, playing music. I have a great selection of guitars hanging out in my room. I play the piano. I love just playing music all the time, and talking to the band I just joined, and talking to my bandmates about what we're going to do after quarantine. We're going to meet up, play some songs. It's going to be great.
That sounds very exciting. It sounds like you've got a good plan.
Yeah. And quarantine ends in a couple days for me out in Arizona. I think on the 16th. Mm-hmm. But they might also extend it just for safe measures, because they've been extending it a lot and stuff. Yeah. Okay. So the next question, I have for you is I know that you played Nevel on iCarly for quite a few episodes, like a lot. Um, what was it like working alongside Miranda Cosgrove and Jeanette McCurdy and Jerry Trainer? Was it how was it?
It was so much fun. I mean, it was a blast. We had a ball together. Listen, that was such a great show to be a part of. And even though we've gone in different directions and I pursued a different career in journalism as a reporter, I had a blast with them. And we had a great run together. And the show reached enormous success. We were the number one top rated show for years and nominated for Emmys. And I look back on it with great memories, and I loved working with them. And we certainly were very, very good friends then, and continue to be now.
Yeah, and like I know you were on the episode I Psycho, which was on Sam and Cat.
It was,
Um,
it was. That was
you
fun to
you
film.
were in a mental asylum
Yeah,
in a glass box in front
yeah.
of
I was
them.
in quarantine back then, even wasn't I?
Yeah, getting ahead of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
did,
On lockdown. Yeah.
did you expect to be called back for that for like a show any after
No,
iCarly?
honestly, I didn't. I mean, I had definitely stayed very close with the team, and Dan Schneider, who was our producer, who's a friend of mine, to this very day, and Robin, who was our executive producer. So I knew everybody, and I knew Ariana, and I knew Jeanette pretty well from years of being in sort of the Nickelodeon family. But no, I didn't expect that was going to happen. And then I remember getting a call, and they said, we wrote you into this episode, this spinoff episode of Sam and Cat. Would you come out to LA to do this? And of course, that seemed very exciting. And at that point, I was already in college at NYU. So I took a little time off from NYU, like 2 weeks, to go and film this. But no, it wasn't an eventuality that I had foreseen. But listen, I think it just speaks to the sort of staying power of the character of Neville, and people knew the character and people really liked the character, so I was
Yeah,
glad to
definitely.
hear that and happy to contribute.
Yeah, we loved him, all of us.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're just so funny. You will rue the
Thank you.
day.
Oh my god, my iconic line, right?
Yes. Um, so obviously didn't expect to play the Diabol character ever again, but you did, and I'm sure that was so fun to just get back into character and work with them again.
Yeah,
Um,
it was great.
my final question for you is, you did play again, but do you expect should we expect to see you on TV or make any film or TV appearances?
Yeah, but not necessarily as an actor anymore. So I left that profession. And even though so much of my childhood revolved around the entertainment industry, and I've got friends who are actors and entertainers to this day, I'm a reporter now. So I continue to go on television pretty regularly and do on camera and broadcast work relating to reporting the news and journalism. I do a lot of investigative reporting and mental health reporting. So that's a pretty consistent part of my life, but I just don't think that anytime soon I'm going to run back to acting. I think I've just found a passion that really suits me now, and want to stick with it.
Yeah. Um, Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. This was really fun.
Of course, before we sign off, would you like to say anything to some of the students that might be watching today? They, some people could be interested in journalism. If you would like to
Yeah,
talk to
my
them.
advice is do it. We need reporters more than ever. It is the most satisfying, wonderful career, and gives you a chance to meet all sorts of interesting people and learn their stories. And it's really an honor to do that. And it requires a great degree of critical thinking and investigative skills and finding information, verifying information. It's hard. It's a hard industry. It's a tough, tough profession. But if you get the chance to do it, I say do it, because it is there's just nothing quite like it, and it's such a rush and a thrill. You just really have to want it, and I'm lucky to be surrounded by friends in the industry who have the same fixation on journalism that I do, and that's my advice to people.
Well, DETV, for the final time this year, I'm Andrew Caldwell, signing off. Back to you guys at home.